Well, in the vitally important state of Ohio, which polls show is razor close, authorities are now investigating allegations of voter registration fraud. We saw that in the last election, where back in 2008 with the activist group Acorn, and now there are charges. It's happening yet again. Senior correspondent Eric Shawn is joining us now live from Mansfield, Ohio, with more on this. Eric?
Hi, Uma. Adolf Hitler. Yes, that name has now appeared on an Ohio voter registration card. It's all part of the latest investigation into potentially fraudulent voter registration here in Ohio right on the eve of the 2012 election on Tuesday. That name was part of a batch of these 200 or so names that officials in Hamilton County at the Board of Elections there, that's Cincinnati, believe are forged, fraudulent, or a duplicate. The name was flagged by the company that submitted these names, Fieldworks. Fieldworks is a company based in Washington, D.C. that conducts voter registration and ballot drives across the country. They describe themselves as working for primarily Democratic and progressive causes. But one of the members of the Board of Elections and County Republican Chairman Alex Trinidad-Falou told us that accusations of voter registration fraud undermine democracy.
Any person who would engage in that kind of conduct with something as serious to our democracy as voting is highly irresponsible and potentially criminal.
And just last month, this man, 21-year-old Timothy Zerak, pled not guilty by reason of insanity on charges that he forged signatures on ballot petitions. He also was working for Fieldworks. But Fieldworks defends its record. Co-owner Chris Galloway told us, quote, "We have an employee who has reviewed every single card. We categorize the cards into the ones that are possibly incomplete and will flag things that look like they could possibly contain some issues of fraud and be potentially fraudulent. We have a high standard here. If we are not 100% sure of the card, we will flag it back to the Board of Elections." One of the former fired Fieldworks employees, Cheryl Torin, who's in Cincinnati, she told us that she didn't do anything wrong. She blames the people that she had signing the voter registration cards for any possible wrongdoing. But authorities in Cincinnati have now referred that case to the local prosecutor. And in Cleveland, officials tell us that 3 Fieldworks workers were fired, and they have also referred that case to authorities there. And of course, if you suspect voter fraud or problems at the polls where you live, tell us. Voter fraud at foxnews.com is our address.